I don't know Future, so I know someone who knows Future, so I reached out to them and I was like, hey, do you think like it's possible, like it'd be a possibility to get him on this? Jungkook, similar type thing. We had kind of like been in similar places at the same time for the past like year and a half. Maybe we'd kind of like fucked with each other's stuff like from a distance, but we never got the chance to really link. Again, like it was just like a mutual connection there.
We first met a couple years ago. This is at our festival. And I remember getting to chat with you for the first time. It was right when a ton of things were happening for you. Stay had just been released. You were blowing up everywhere. And I feel like from that moment, so much has happened in your life. I mean, and you even kind of talk about it in the album, which we're going to get into. How did your life change, especially over the past couple years?
I mean, that's a tough question because it's kind of like in every way. I could sit here and talk forever about that, but I think like I've just been trying to work really hard on making music and just getting everything on track. I took a break for a little while. Now I'm just trying to get back to it.
What did you do in the break? What filled the time?
A lot of making music. I was making music a lot and just trying to figure out personal stuff and a lot of shows. I was doing a lot of shows and touring and that type of stuff. So
you have an album the first time that's out now. Congratulations.
Thank you.
21 tracks. This is a big album.
Yeah, it is a big album, but yeah, I'm excited for it. I think I wanted to give like so many of like my support has been waiting for so long, so I wanted to give them, you know, a lot and give them like a mix and like a range of different things. And because, you know, usually, I mean, my dream is really to do like a 10 to 12 song album, but I was like, I kind of be a bit of a slap in the face if I came back with just like 10 songs. So.
Well, listen, I got to listen to the entire thing today. It's phenomenal. I'm truly so excited. I love it. I really love it.
Let's go.
You know what I really enjoyed about it is I feel like I got to know you as an artist better. It felt like a really personal album.
It is.
And I felt like you were talking about, you know, heartbreak and breakups and fame, like I mentioned earlier. What sort of personal sides of you went into this project?
I think I'm just being more okay with being more honest in my music. Not that I ever was not, but like, I think, I don't know, I've just had so much to talk about recently. And I guess my goal with every project is I want to give like people who are listening kind of like a small look into what's going on in my life maybe, or where I'm at. I think that's like the coolest thing about music or just like art in general is like things are like timestamps, right? So like an album can like capture a certain time period in your life and you can move on and you can look back and you can be like, damn, that sucked, or like, damn, I don't like that, or like whatever, but it is kind of a representation of wherever you were at that time. So I think like that's kind of the idea in like becoming more vulnerable in music and on songs and stuff, is just like thinking about that, like, all right, like I want this to be like a time capsule, you know, not only just for like the fans and stuff, but for me as well, you know, to be able to go back to and listen to and be like, damn, that's crazy. Like, can't believe I thought this, or can't believe I felt this way, or can't believe this was going on, you know, things like that. So.
What is this time capsule? What does this project take you back to? Like when you're going to play these songs on stage or when your fans going to listen to this album, like what comes to mind for you?
It depends, really. It depends what we're talking about. I mean, it's like the intro song to the album, Sorry. Every time I hear it, I think about the day that I recorded it. I recorded that one, What's the Move, and Deserve You, I think, all in that same 2 days period, in like a 2-day period.
Wow.
I think about like where my mind was at that time, and just like, I don't know, it like brings me back to the place I think I've moved forward from a little bit. I guess that's where it takes me. Yeah.
It's interesting you brought up Sorry, because immediately, I mean, it's the first track on the album. It's immediately one of my favorites.
Thanks.
And you had a line in there, no one told me what I'd have to sacrifice for fame. And that really hit me. I was thinking back to your situation and going back to what I said earlier, just meeting you at this time when your career was really taking off and then seeing this happen. I'm curious like what you meant by that exactly.
When you sign up to, you know, make music and do that as like a job, and you want to be like a successful and famous artist or whatever the fuck, you sign up, you know, because you like making music, and you sign up because you want to, like, whatever it may be, you like singing, or you want to help people, or you like telling stories. But you know, no one tells you beforehand, you know, like, oh, there's a whole bunch of other, you know, not everything is like great, you know, there's like a lot of like downsides when it comes to that type of stuff. But obviously, like, yeah, that's kind of life in general. But like when you're like a young kid or like a little kid, you don't realize that, you know, everything looks so like epic and cool. And then you kind of get to a place and it's not all what it's really like made out to be. Which sounds cliche, but it's cliche for a reason, I think. It's super true. So
yeah. Also for this project, who did you work with on it?
A lot of it was just me, my buddy Oma and Blake, and then my guy Tony, and we bought like a few and then we just bought a whole bunch of different people in and out, but it was kind of like that bass. My younger brother worked on one song.
No way. Which one?
It's called Where Do You Sleep?
No way. What was that like working together?
He's super talented, but like he'll be in the studio and like, I don't know, I'll be like, oh, do you want to come in and make something? He'll be like, yeah, cool. He'll get in there and he'll be like working for an hour, and then he's just like, oh, I'm tired, bro. I'm going to go to bed. I'm like, oh, we can't just do this, you know, because it's me and I'm like his brother, and he's just like, what, like he kind of looks like like, it's
not,
yeah, like I feel like working with, like, you know, like sometimes like you're in there with other people and like everyone wants to stay and everyone wants to keep going. He's kind of like, bro, I'm on my own time, man. I'm getting out of here. But like for the hour that I do have him, we really made something really cool.
That's great. So. Does he want to be a musician and artist? Is he?
Yeah, he's been going super crazy. He's actually been working super hard right now. I do want to mention that that's only a me thing that he does that with. With everybody else, he'll be in the studio till like crazy hours of the morning. I'm always getting mad at him.
Listen, I've got siblings. I get it.
Yeah, but with me, it's just like, all right, bro, like you got me for an hour and 30 minutes and then I'm out.
Speaking of other people on the album, the collabs that you have are just massive. I mean, Jungkook, Central C, and then Future, Baby Drill, Youngboy, NBA, Robert Glasper. How did you go about having these collaborations?
Some people I know, obviously me and YB have worked before. So he had reached out to me to do something for his album. We did that together, and then I just hit him. I was like, hey, would you be down to get on this for my shit? And he was like, yeah, totally. So he sent that back. Future, I don't know Future, so I know someone who knows Future, so I reached out to them and I was like, hey, do you think like it's possible, like it'd be a possibility to get him on this? Jungkook's similar type thing. We had kind of like been in similar places at the same time for the past like year and a half maybe. We'd kind of like fucked with each other's stuff like from a distance, but we never got the chance to really link. But again, like it was just like a mutual connection there that connected us, and we met on the video shoot for the song. And Baby Drill, I think I just DM'd Baby Drill on Instagram because I heard some shit and I was just like, this is fire. So I just DM'd him. I was like, let's get one. Robert Glasper, I forgot how we connected. Maybe similar type deal. We just had somebody reach out for, but not even for the record. It was to play at Coachella with me. Yeah, and he was super cool. He came and he was saying that his kids really liked my music, so that's why he said yes to coming and doing it. So that was a really cool thing. And then with this song, we were just like, damn, Robert Glasper would sound fire ripping it. So I just hit him. I was like, hey, you want to come play on the song? And he's like, hell yeah.
Oh, by the way, I had to ask you, who gave you the Too Much tattoo? Did you get the full Too Much tattoo?
Yeah, Sanch gave me that, Central C.
And then, okay, the last thing I wanted to ask you about the album is I love the Strangers interludes. Mm-hmm. And so I wanted to ask you about both of those. Can you tell me the story about including those in the project?
The first interlude, the first Strangers interlude is just like a thought, I guess, you know, pretty like down, like on the nose kind of just thought. I mean, when you go through like, you know, like really breaking up with someone that you've been with for a long time, when you first go through that, you know, it's just like kind of like the realization of like, oh my God, like I'm never, like, you know, it's just like, it's crazy how one person can become your best friend every day, you know, and then like you just don't speak. And that's like obviously a very normal thing that happens, but when it happens to you for the first time, it's kind of like, it's a hard thing to process. And then the second Strangers interlude, basically for the whole project, I just reached out to a bunch of friends and I just asked them like, hey, you know, I'm having everybody tell like a first time story. It can be like whatever you want, a first time for whatever. So I had a bunch of people send in stuff, and then the Strangers Part 2 interlude is Justin's first time that he sent. It was his first time meeting Haley, and so yeah, I thought that was a cute moment. So it's called Strangers Part 2 just because they were strangers, I guess, and then they
it's perfect. I loved it, and I love the different voices. Yeah, because you said you never forget your first time. You have an entire track. I was gonna ask who are some of the other voices that we can hear on that track.
So on that one, you hear my guy Billy. My brother is on that one. My brother is like the last one leading into Kids Are Growing Up. We literally made that one last second right before the album. So I can't remember who was on that, but I do know that my guy Billy and Oz goes right into the next one because the next song is just talking about like family and stuff. So I was like, it'd be cool to like have that there to give some context on the last song. So
well, the whole project is super special, like we said. Congratulations again. We really love it. I feel like it took me on such a personal journey, so I'm so excited for you.
Thank you.
And then last thing before we let you go, is there anything that you want to say directly to your fans who are going to watch this video?
I want to say I love you guys so much, and thank you for being the best and sticking with me, and I hope you guys enjoy the album.
Thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here, and don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. See you next time.